I would like to welcome Christopher Addo as our first spotlight speaker today.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for the opportunity to meet up with different people from different backgrounds, from different places. So that's me. I'm Christopher Addo, Senior Assistant Registrar with the KNUST E-Learning Center, and that's my LinkedIn profile. You can look out for me there. So that's my investee. I intentionally put the two because our investee is situated in Kumasi, the cultural town of Ghana, and it's this is a stool. It signifies the authority of the king in the part of Ghana. So that's basically it. This is an area view of my university. The land size is about 2,500 and 512.96 acreage, and with a student population of 91,655. It's a huge campus. That's our current student population. So that's our school, and it was named after Kwame Nkrumah. And then last year we're fortunate to be ranked as the best in quality education, SDG 4, by Times Higher Education Impact Rankings. And we offer over 200 undergraduate and graduate programs across 6 colleges, of course. And we have an Institute of Distant Learning that manages the distant learning of the university. So my role at KNUST, what do I do? So personally, because I'm a registrar, I'm an administrator. And so currently where I am, I oversee the e-learning center. By e-learning center, the center that handles all online learning. My background is from computer science and then an MBA. And of course, the other things I do, customer service and things that I have done to actually help me. Of course, I have also have certificate of competence from Aalborg University. And I've done a few online courses from universities in Alberta University and a few other places. That's the Commonwealth of Learning, through the Commonwealth of Learning. My focus now is more, I'm doing a PhD in quality assurance in distant e-learning, online, or quality assurance in online learning. That's what I'm actually looking at. So that's my role. But I'm an administrator. So normally I think that the focus of everybody is on the faculty. It's on the, how do you call it, the students. They forget us, the university administrators, all the projects, all the things you see. But of course, I believe that the university administrators also have to take advantage of the AI that is coming. What are the effects? What are the threats? How is the management of our universities going to be like as AI progresses? So in things that we needed human beings, are we going to put away people? So those are the things that I'm thinking about when I go through. So I'm sure the PowerPoint will be shared with you. So currently, what I continue to do is at the end of every semester, I assess whether the online activity, the level of engagement that is done, and then recommend compensations to the faculty and all those who assisted in doing what they are supposed to do. So like the police sort of checking whether what they said they would do, they are doing it. When I say they, I mean the faculty. So that's why, and then I do my reports and make sure that those that need compensation are compensated for. Where we need to do something, we do something about it. So that's basically what I do. Now, my specialties and interests, I think I talked about it, education and innovation. Then the research, my research, in terms of KNUST specialties, KNUST, we look more of education and innovation, focusing on STEM. And then, of course, we have a research and development. There's an office for grants and research. In fact, it's a big university. Almost every college has a research unit. And then we are also key on community engagement, and there are several forms of engagements that we do. We give back to the society, we give quotas, certain quotas to communities that are deprived to come to the university, so they don't go if they have the minimum qualification. All they need is the minimum qualification, certain quotas. So we give back to the societies we find ourselves in. And of course, we are also keen on digital transformation and e-learning. So after COVID, the university invested, to us as a developing country, was a big money that the university investing about $1.5 million just in e-learning. That is aside data center and things like that. And so to have a developing country invest that amount, it means that we want, it is something that we are into. And of course, we are subscribing to Quality Matters, and we are with ICDE, ACU. We are trying to get to know what is happening in the ecosystem so that we can be with the best, or learn from the best. That's what my university is up to. Now, my specialty and interest of e-learning for higher education, my focus, as like I initially said, is the quality assurance in the e-learning. Who monitors what are the metrics, what are the frameworks, what is happening in the online session. If I'm running my own tutorial section with my students that is not recorded, so who monitors what goes on, and how are we sure that students are getting what they are getting, of course. And then of course we're making sure we get customer service and things like that. So that's what I look out for. Now, current successes and challenges. We see growth in student enrollment and programs offering. So for our distance learning, I told you that our university has about 91,000 students. Out of it, we have about 13,000 not on campus. They are distant learners. And so the distant learners, we do a blended approach. What happens is that they meet at the various locations in Ghana, and then we do online. And so how do we, and it's actually giving us more numbers every year in terms of postgraduate education. You're having a lot of workers taking courses which they wouldn't have done, of course. And then we are also collaborating with a lot of international partners. And of course, KNUST is the only university in Ghana as at now that has fully established an e-learning center as a directorate with units, and then it all happened after COVID. So we say that COVID was a blessing in disguise to us, because it has changed the way some things are done in the university. What is the current challenges? Maybe I think that's about my last 1 or 2 slides. Balancing rapid growth and maintaining quality. Maintaining quality, ensuring that what it's going out there, what the students are doing, balancing it. And the level of engagement online, how do you make sure that those quality things are done? And that's influenced my choice of topic for a PhD. Of course, I've added other institutions to it, but that's the main thing I noticed. And then resource limitations. Even though we are investing, we are doing all these things. You train, you do capacity building, you are developing materials, yeah, all those things. It comes at a huge cost. And so these are the things that we are looking at. And of course, technology updates. See, every time something new is happening, and you have to expand infrastructure, you do all those things to make sure that we get there. And the licenses that we are paying. And so if we are, for example, we use Zoom for our live classes, and for this distant learning, I think averagely in a year we pay like $70,000 for just the Zoom. It's a huge money to us. But of course, these are the things that we are looking at. How best do you do it? How do you get into that? And I'm sure in one of the days when the South Sea cable was cut in Africa, we had to go online. How to even move our classes online without disrupting our calendar. It was such a big deal. So do we overly rely on technology, AI and things like that? The assignments students are submitting the AI plugins that are being developed, all the tools that are coming. How do we keep up with it? So those are the current challenges that we are dealing with. What keeps me at night? But my focus mostly is more on providing support. I believe in support. I feel that because I've been in the online learning ecosystem from 2009, I've seen the evolution. I've seen policies develop, distant learning policies in my university. I was part of it, e-learning policies and things like that. Now I've seen a lot going with students, and I think that the key to our success in online learning is purely support. Apart from support, I think that the supporting the online learners, making sure that their journey in the online process is it's smooth, so that the attrition rate comes down. So that's what keeps me going, and that's what I'm actually trying to figure out what can be done. And then the motivation in completing online courses. A lot of times people sign up to online courses, but they are not able to complete. How do you get them complete the course? How do you make sure that the courses they are doing? And so I think I did a presentation in Tunisia recently, and I was talking about adopting e-coaches, assigning a lot of people to trying to make sure these things happen. So that keeps me at night. The ambition to drive impactful change through effective capacity building and mentoring. So for me as an administrator, apart from these, I also have to look at my managerial role in the university. How do I utilize AI to my advantage or to the advantage of administration, university administration, my report writing, my minutes writing, my rules and regulation, my advisory role, managerial? How do I use all these tools that are available? And I feel that mostly the focus is on faculty and students, and they leave us behind. And so that is where I think that I don't normally see training opportunities, funding opportunities, things for those who manage the students, those who support the student and things like that. So I'm trying to see how best I could raise funds, build capacity, write proposals and things like that. So that keeps me at night. And striving to prepare students adequately for the world of work too. It's also one of the things that recently I added, trying to help them online, because I'm more of an online person, how to utilize online to benefit students. So basically that is that. I hope I stayed within time. Thank you.